Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi departs for 2-day visit to Egypt after successfully concluding his US tour. Google to invest $10 billion in India's digitization fund. Amazon to infuse another $15 billion. Home Minister Amit Shah to chair all-party meeting in New Delhi today afternoon to discuss situation in Manipur. Government to launch indigenously developed booster vaccine for Omicron variant today. Flood situation in Assam improves slightly. And in SAFF Championship, India to face Nepal in Bengaluru this evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has left for Egypt after successfully concluding his first official state visit to the US. This is Prime Minister's first visit to Egypt. During the 2-day visit, the Prime Minister will hold talks with President of Egypt, Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Mr. Modi is likely to interact with senior dignitaries from the Egyptian government, some prominent Egyptian personalities, as well as the Indian community in Egypt. Several strategic partnership documents and a memorandum of understanding are likely to be signed during the Prime Minister's visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that India-US partnership is not a partnership of convenience, it is a partnership of conviction, compassion and shared commitment. Speaking at the US-India Strategic Partnership Forum in Washington, Mr. Modi said the greatest driving force of India's success is the aspiration of Indians. The Prime Minister said American companies have invested more than $16 billion in India in the last 2 to 2.5 years. He said the Indo-US Defence Partnership is building a special kind of relationship with the people of almost every state in America. Mr. Modi said Indian companies are investing billions of dollars in America, adding that Indian companies are going global.
अब जब भारत ने आजादी के अमृत काल में विकसित भारत के निर्माण का संकल्प लिया है, तब आपसे अपेक्षा और अधिक बढ़ जाती है। ये भारत में अधिक से अधिक निवेश का सही अवसर है। मेरा आग्रह है कि आप भारत के एमएसएमईज और स्टार्टअप्स के साथ संभावनाओं को आगे बढ़ाएं। हमारे यंग एंटरप्रेन्योर्स को प्रोत्साहित करें। भारत की ग्रोथ में आपकी स्किल, आपकी टेक्नोलॉजी और आपके एक्सपर्टाइज बहुत काम आएगी।
Mr. Modi said today India is investing a record more than $125 billion in infrastructure. He said there are limitless possibilities for America in this growth story of India. The Prime Minister said ease of doing business is the commitment of his government. He said time and again history has shown when India grows, the entire world prospers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi separately met Google CEO Sundar Pichai, Amazon CEO Andrew Jassy and Boeing CEO David Callahan in Washington, D.C. After meeting Mr. Modi, Google CEO Sundar Pichai said he shared with the Prime Minister that Google is investing $10 billion in India's digitization fund. He also announced the opening of Google Global FinTech Operations Center in Gift City, Gujarat. Mr. Pichai said the Prime Minister's vision for digital India was way ahead of his time and he now sees it as a blueprint that other countries are looking to do. Amazon CEO Andrew Jassy said his company is one of the biggest investors in India. He said they have already invested $11 billion and with an intention to invest another $15 billion, bringing the total to $26 billion. Boeing CEO David Callahan said the most important takeaway is the Prime Minister's passion for India's development. He said Mr. Modi has a specific interest in aviation, in aerospace. Mr. Callahan said it is a big vision. Union Education Ministry will work to set up Indo-US Global Challenge Institutes to deepen research partnerships and people-to-people exchanges in areas such as semiconductors, clean energy, health and emerging technologies. Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan welcomed the resolve by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Joe Biden to deepen the strategic partnership between Indian and American universities. Mr. Pradhan said the recently launched India-US initiative on critical and emerging technology is likely to usher in a new phase of the partnership. He said it will accelerate the outcome, particularly in new age technologies and the synergistic research and development centers of excellence in the academic institutes. University Grants Commission Chairman Jagdish Kumar has said that enhancing research collaboration and two-way academic exchanges between India and US under India's national education policy is critical. He said partnership in emerging areas of science and technology between the world's two greatest democracies will benefit economic growth and open opportunities for conceiving innovative technological solutions. Mr. Kumar said the meeting between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the academic leaders in the US will accelerate the collaboration process in the higher education sector. Housing and Urban Affairs Minister Hardeep Puri has termed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's US visit as historic. He said the Prime Minister's address in the joint session of the US Congress and the representatives asking for Mr. Modi's autograph stand as a testament to his stature as a world leader. Briefing media at the BJP headquarters in New Delhi today, Mr. Puri said several key agreements have been finalized which will expand the technology, defense and space partnership between the two nations. He said India and the US have agreed that the US will start the process to open two new consulates in Ahmedabad and Bengaluru. He said India will open its consulate in Seattle and two other places. He said this will facilitate the H-1B visa renewal process.
अभी एक पायलट प्रोजेक्ट शुरू किया है जिसमें एक एक्सपैंडेड पूल होगा बाद में H-1B एंड L वीजा होल्डर्स के लिए, तो उनकी जो वीजा रिन्यूअल्स हैं वो डोमेस्टिकली विदाउट हैविंग टू गो अब्रॉड हो जाएगा. दिस वाज अ लॉन्ग पेंडिंग डिमांड पायलट प्रोजेक्ट, बट दिस इज लाइकली टू एक्सपैंड टू गेट अ मच ब्रॉडर कवरेज. रिलेशंस बिटवीन टू कंट्रीज आजकल की दुनिया में गवर्नमेंट्स होती हैं, उनको इकोसिस्टम बनाना होता है. तो अमेरिका ने निर्णय लिया है कि वो दो नए कॉन्सुलेट्स खोलेंगे बेंगलुरु और अहमदाबाद में, और हमने जो निर्णय लिया था पहले सियाटल में कॉन्सुलेट खोलने का, उसको हम ऑपरेशनलाइज करेंगे.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Home Minister Amit Shah will chair an all-party meeting in New Delhi today afternoon to discuss the situation in Manipur. The state has been witnessing sporadic violent incidents for over 1.5 months. Mr. Shah visited Manipur last month and met a cross-section of people to bring back peace in the state. During his stay, the Home Minister had said that any kind of violation of the agreement of suspension of operation would be strictly dealt with and treated as a breach of the agreement. He also urged those who are in possession of weapons to surrender them to the police. Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh today launched mRNA-based COVID booster vaccine, Jamcovac Om, in New Delhi. The vaccine is the first booster COVID-19 vaccine developed in India against the highly transmissible Omicron variant. The booster vaccine can be administered to individuals who have received 2 doses of either Covaxin or Covishield. The vaccine can be stored at 2 to 8 degrees centigrade. It has demonstrated robust immune responses in phase 3 clinical trials conducted at 20 centers across 13 cities in India. Jamcovac Om is a needle-free thermostable vaccine which does not require ultra-cold chain infrastructure used for other approved mRNA-based vaccines, making it easy for deployment pan-India. The vaccine does not need ultra-low temperature conditions for transport and storage. Jamcovac Om has received emergency use authorization from the Office of the Drugs Controller General of India for the Omicron variant. The vaccine has been developed under Mission COVID Suraksha. In Assam, the flood situation has improved slightly due to better weather conditions. Nearly 5 lakh people are still reeling under the deluge across 19 districts of the state. One more person lost his life in Nolbari district. According to Assam State Disaster Management Authority, embankments, roads, bridges and other infrastructure has been damaged by floodwaters in several districts. The state government has opened 140 relief camps and 75 relief distribution centers in flood-affected districts. NDRF and SDRF teams have been deployed for rescue and relief work. River, Manas, Pagladia, Puthimari and Brahmaputra and Nimti Ghat and Dhubri are flowing above the danger level. India Meteorological Department IMD has said that conditions are favorable for further advance of southwest monsoon over some more parts of Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand to the next 2 days. It said conditions also becoming favorable for further advance of monsoon over some more parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Telangana to the next 3 to 4 days. The IMD said isolated heavy to very heavy rainfall is likely over east central and parts of northwest India to the next 5 days. Heavy rainfall is also likely over Odisha, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, Sub-Himalayan West Bengal, Sikkim and Jharkhand. Union Labour Minister Bhupendra Yadav has assured that a new hospital with 200 beds will be set up for labourers in Chandrapur district of Maharashtra. As part of Modi at 9 Mahajan Sampark Abhiyan, Mr. Yadav addressed the business community of Chandrapur district today. He said that considering a large number of the working class in the district, a hospital for them can be set up after land is obtained from the state government. Interacting with the business community informed them about the various changes and development decisions in the trade and commerce sector to the last 9 years under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In Udhampur district of J&K, Debra village is experiencing a remarkable transformation in its agricultural landscape. Due to growing demand for organic vegetables, farmers in the village are reaping the benefits of organic farming practices, which have significantly improved their fortunes. Sanjeev Kumar Sharma, a vegetable farmer, has embraced organic farming to cater to the rising demand for organic vegetables in Udhampur. He expressed his gratitude to the Government of India for implementing the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi PM Kisan Yojana that has played a crucial role in supporting farmers.
मेरा नाम संजीव कुमार शर्मा है। पंचायत डबरिया वार्ड नंबर 2 है। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक नई स्कीम लाई है पीएम किसान, जिसका हमें 2-2 हजार किस्त जो है 6,000 रुपया ईयरली मिलता है और इससे हम सीड वगैरह अपनी मनपसंद का मार्केट से ले आते हैं और वो इस खेत में बोते हैं, तो अभी अच्छी फसल निकल रही है। तो हम प्रधानमंत्री जी का धन्यवाद करते हैं।
Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif will virtually attend the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO meeting chaired by India on the 4th of July. Pakistan's Foreign Office spokeswoman Mumtaz Zahra Baloch said that they have received the official invitation from the Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the virtual meeting of heads of SCO. Earlier, Pakistan had confirmed that it would be represented in the SCO virtual summit hosted by India but did not reveal the level of participation. This comes as India said that it has never announced that the 4th of July meeting would be held in person. India had assumed the rotating chairmanship of the SCO at the Samarkand summit in September last year. India will host the 22nd summit of the SCO for the first time under its chairmanship in a virtual format next month. The SCO member states are China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. The head of the Russian mercenary group Wagner today threatened to destroy Russia's military leadership. Yevgeny Prigozhin, Russian private military company Wagner's chief, accused the Russian military of attacking his forces. He said his fighters have crossed the border into Russia from Ukraine. He added that his criticism of the military leadership was not a coup. Meanwhile, Russia has accused him of armed mutiny and ordered his arrest. As per reports, President Vladimir Putin is getting round-the-clock updates from security officials on the efforts to counter the attempt at an armed mutiny. This showdown marks the most dramatic escalation in a long-running feud between the mercenary leader and Russia's defense establishment. This has spiraled into what is said to be the biggest challenge to Putin's authority since he sent troops into Ukraine 16 months ago. In SAFF Championship 2023, India will take on Nepal at the Sri Kantirava Stadium in Bengaluru this evening. Defending champions India played the first match against Pakistan and defeated them 4-0. Nepal played the first match against Kuwait and suffered a 1-3 loss. India have won SAFF Championship 8 times and are the most successful team in the tournament. 8 teams are taking part in the 14th edition of the championship. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi departs for a 2-day visit to Egypt after successfully concluding his US tour. Google to invest $10 billion in India's digitization fund. Amazon to infuse another $15 billion. Home Minister Amit Shah to chair all-party meeting in New Delhi today afternoon to discuss situation in Manipur. Government to launch indigenously developed booster vaccine for Omicron variant today. Flood situation in Assam improves slightly. And in SAFF Championship, India to face Nepal in Bengaluru this evening. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on Air app. And with that, we end the Midday News.